A top U.S. pipeline company hit by a ransomware attack last weekend, leading to a brief shutdown of a line that runs from Houston to New Jersey. The hack, blamed for a rise in gas prices in some parts of the country, shows the vulnerability of important infrastructure. Gas prices here are usually a bit insulated, but have been higher recently, of course. Part of the reason why is worry over energy policy. New Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm was a goal to see zero carbon by 2050. That would mean cutting back on fossil fuels, which leads to worries for the oil and gas industry. That means a lot to the South Plains economy. In fact, Lubbock Congressman Jody Arrington had dozens of his colleagues sign on to this letter he wrote to Democratic leaders, asking them to rethink those policies, saying it should be remembered that the industry supplies nearly 70% of America's energy needs at low cost for millions of families. KAMC Anna Warnicki has more from Washington.
We got to get cracking, as my mother would say.
Jennifer Granholm is already putting her clean energy plan into play.
Working on technologies to remove carbon pollution from fossil fuels.
What is this timeline to get to zero carbon?
The Biden administration has committed to getting 100% clean electricity by 2035. And to getting to net carbon zero, carbon pollution zero emissions by 2050.
I think the concern is the hostility towards oil and gas and fossil fuels.
But West Texas Republican Congressman Jody Arrington, whose district produces a large portion of the state's energy, says the transition will hurt the oil and gas industry and the millions of Americans it employs.
It's not going to just have a crushing effect on our economy. It will compromise our energy independence, which is a national security issue.
Granholm says the department plans to work with the oil industry as they transition to clean energy and says no worker will be left behind.
These technologies, when deployed, will create millions of good-paying jobs for people in every pocket of the country.
Granholm says the plan is to help those workers translate their skills to fit the new technologies. In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.